Welcome to Tiger Bill's Bottom Line Video Review. I'm Tiger Bill. This time we're reviewing the Kelly Shu patent-pending drum microphone shock mount system from Kelly Concepts, LLC. But before we get started, I'd like to remind you that I always do my best to provide an accurate and honest review that will be helpful to you when you're looking to spend your hard-earned cash. For that reason, I never accept payments for reviews, nor do I give preferential reviews to anyone, including products that I may endorse professionally. That's my promise to you. Now, let's get on with our review of the Kelly Shu. The first thing you'll see when you open the box is a variety of connectors along with the lightweight aluminum Kelly Shu itself, which resembles a traditional horseshoe. But that's where the similarity ends. This device is designed to allow you to place your favorite bass drum microphone in nearly any possible position to accurately pick up your bass drum sound, while keeping your mic totally insulated from any jumping, dancing, or falling on stage, unlike regular mic stands that tend to pick up every unwanted vibration and transmit it directly to your microphone. The Kelly Shu can also be mounted on nearly every brand of bass drum with the current exception of Peavy's Radial Pro series. The unit itself can be mounted invisibly inside your kick drum or as a fashion statement on the outside, and no holes have to be drilled in your valuable equipment. Here's the exterior mount on my Thai kick drum. Exterior mounting requires a porthole in the resonant bass head, unless you use no head at all. Otherwise, you need to either cut yourself a 6-inch round porthole or purchase a head that already has one, like the Evans EQ3 Reso head I'm using here. Next, get your favorite bass mic and screw it onto the standard threads of the Kelly Shu. Here I'm using a Shure SM57. I normally use a Beta 52 for my kick, but the folks at Kelly Shu recommend that large heavy mics like my Beta 52 be used on interior installments only. But more on that later on. For now, let's go with the highly capable Shure SM57. Select the position you want your Shu to be in, up, down, sideways, it's really up to you, and place the Shu over the port in that position as I'm doing here. Now we install the versatile plastic hooks, collars, and anti-shock rubber support cords that come with the Shu as follows. First, grab the end of the rubber cord and slide a collar on it. Then install a hook onto the end of the cord, pushing it on as far as it'll go. While holding it there, slide the collar as far up over the hook as it'll go with a little twisting movement to lock it on. The hook will now stay in place no matter how hard you pull. Place the hook you just built around one of the tension rods on your bass drum and pull the cord across the head to the spot on the Kelly Shu where you intend to mount it. When pulling the cord across the drum head, be careful not to stretch the rubber. Keep it loose and relaxed, just like your drum chops should be. Measure the approximate center of the cord and cut. Then install a hook on the opposite end of the cord and repeat the procedure for each cord that will be mounted to the Kelly Shu. Although you can choose to use 4, 5, or even 6 cords, I followed the recommendations on the instructions and used 5, and it worked just great. Once you get all the cords cut and mounted, you may need to make minor adjustments. If the cords are too loose, cut a bit off and try it again until the Shu remains in place under the right amount of tension and centered properly in the middle of your port. What makes this easy to do is the fact that even though the hooks won't budge when locked with the sleeve, they easily come apart by simply sliding the sleeve off. Very cool. Once you've got your Shu stabilized just right, plug your mic cord into the XLR connector on your mic and you're ready to rock. If you don't necessarily like the look of the Kelly Shu on the exterior of your kick drum, I think it looks cool myself, or if you use a particularly large or heavy mic for your kick, like my Shure Beta 52 for example, you can use the interior installation. This is slightly different from the exterior, but just as easy. First, decide where you want to mount your microphone. Do you want it close to or further away from the batter head? Then remove one of your tension rod screws. Don't worry, your kick drum won't fall apart. We'll be putting the screw back before it does. Now take one of the supplied leather mounting straps and install it as shown, mounting it under the screw you just removed. The leather strap should now form a loop for your plastic hook. The hook on the other end of our cord will go into the hole on the Kelly Shu, just like we did in the exterior install. Because of the weight of my Beta 52, I chose to install the Kelly Shu upside down so my mic hangs down. Now repeat the same process for each of the 4 remaining cords, and after tweaking things a bit to make sure the cords are holding the Shu and your mic under the proper tension, you're almost done. If you use a pillow type muffler, install it now. Here I'm using an Evans EQ pad, which has tape that sticks the pad base to your kick drum and Velcro that lets you adjust the distance of the pad pillow to the batter head by moving it back and forth, letting you fine-tune the exact amount of dampening you want. If you use a regular pillow or blanket, place it between the cords of the Kelly Shu and the batter head or reso head, depending on where you usually put your muffler, and the cords will hold it in place. Then, if you use a reso head, put it back on. If you don't want to hide the Kelly Shu but still want a reso head, install a clear head. There are a couple of different ways you can get the mic cord out of your drum without drilling any additional holes. The easiest is to route it out the hole in a ported reso head, or front of the bass if you use no reso head. Or, if you normally use a reso head with no hole in it and you're used to wiring XLR connectors onto mic cords, remove the XLR jack, route the cord through your bass drum air vent, and wire the connector back on. Another option would be to wire an XLR jack directly into the shell of your drum, but this requires you to drill a hole, which won't affect the sound of your bass drum, considering that the average drum is already chock full of holes from the tension rods alone. Now, even though this is not recommended by Kelly Shu, for my final test, I tried mounting my Shure Beta 52 mic on the exterior mount. Here's how I did it. I removed the screw from my Beta 52 and very carefully turned the holder 1/2 turn around so the mic would be pointing in the opposite direction. This allowed me to access the XLR connector on the bottom of the mic when it's connected to the Kelly Shu bracket. If you don't do this, the Shu bracket covers the XLR connector and won't allow you to plug it in. I then mounted the mic all the way on the end of the Kelly Shu bracket to balance the weight properly before wiring up the cords. The result? It worked perfectly. So, with a little experimentation, I discovered that you can use most any kind of mic with the Kelly Shu in combination with either the exterior or interior mount. Bottom line, whether mounted outside or inside your kick drum, the Kelly Shu is a simple functional shock mount microphone holder that's easy to install and works exceptionally well. Once set up, it stays in place even when you pack up and move your drums, and it allows you to use your favorite mic, avoiding all of the sound problems caused by floor stands. At a current retail price of $154 with discounts, sometimes available direct from the manufacturer, it will pay for itself the very first time you use it in setup time alone. And whether you set it up yourself or your tech does it, time is money. Personally, after living with it for over 3 months during my review, I wouldn't want to be without it. The Kelly Shu comes complete with everything you need to install it on the inside or on the front of your kick drum. You get the main mounting shoe itself, 20 support cord hooks, 10 interior loops, and enough anti-shock support cord to mount the unit either inside or on the exterior front of the bass drum without marring your bass drum finish. Besides that, there's a limited lifetime warranty on the primary aluminum mounting shoe itself and a 30-day money-back guarantee on the whole deal. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by trying one out for yourself. Try it and email me to let me know what you think. This is Tiger Bill, signing off until next time. Stay loose and have fun miking that big bad kick drum with your Kelly Shu.